seas right now, and these Protestant zealots are doing God's work. My God's work. Just imagine how many wagons Savoy needs to carry those balls. Good one. Alright, I think it's high time I got that dip rep. Oh, that's right, I lost a couple of transports. This is taking longer. I really don't want to lose Firenze. Oh, look, he's attached to me. Let's go and put those gigantic gonards to use. Hopefully Firenze can hold out at 21%. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dang. Well, if we rush it... Well, we won't get it immediately, but we'll make good headway on it. Telling me I could still bring in Great Britain if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Oh, that's good. He's going to distract himself with Proma. And Firenze is at a pretty low number here. I could just charge his units in. They are Savoyard after all. And then we carry on the march onto Siena. And then how's Aragon feeling about this whole thing? Oh, he wishes he was peacing out right now. Peacing out for the loss of his good friend Austria, of course. But why leave it there if things are going well? Castile's at a good point to come back. Hopefully they do get on their boats and come back. Meanwhile, Tuscany is doing some silly things in my land, which is fine. I have more Protestant zealots that wish to rise up, which is useful for me. Since I don't need to fear on the seas, let's not pay my navy. I'm not running a charity here. Where's my awesome siege general? Come on, San Pagan. I want these folks not to have people follow them and to take over these other provinces. You're the great siege general, you help out there. Oh wait, Savoy already has 2 siege. Never mind then. Let's just get this sucker under full occupation. Aragon's making decent progress on Castilian lands. However, Protestants are making good progress on converting my lands. When I count this up, I'm looking at 6, 12, 27... Oh, I shouldn't have even started counting, forget it. The game will tell me when they are a majority. Dominance. I'll need this for it anyway. And I can always dev up if it's a matter of 5 or so development between it. I'd hope that they would take this back, because it's about to be converted by the Reformed Centre of Reformation. Which is pretty bad news for me. What's pretty good news is that Castile's working on Valencia and doing a great job of it. When they take Valencia, I should be able to kick Aragon out of this without a concern. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if my country's hurting a bit from war exhaustion, but we'll just use the stiffer upper lipper. And let's help out this with more cannon. Oh, it doesn't need it. Coffee boom for Castile. Good to see that my allies are doing as well as they are. But all Roman allies are just time-delayed Roman settlements. Come on, take Salerno. Take Salerno. Christian infidel. How dare they do crusade against us? France are still sweet, right? Let's keep them as sweet as can be. It's just because they don't know about me. They don't know the horrors that I unleash. Alright, Valencia's down. I can make peace with Aragon. And there's no reason not to take the Dosh here. I wouldn't get much of the money. Not worry about that. I'll take the war reparations instead. And despite the cost to myself, I think I will take Calabria. I think I will take Calabria. Am I that sure about it? The sooner I take it, the sooner these guys go over and convert it. But it also adds 7 to my overextension. You could humiliate Aragon. This is true, but it's no longer at the point where it gives me an age bonus, so I'm not convinced of the merits. Still, taking Calabria seems quite tempting. I'm at the point where I'd probably wipe out the Protestant zealots after they do this, then I can core this up. And there's nothing stopping me sitting on Tuscany for a while, because this war was only started in 52. So it's only been going on for 2 years. I can sit on him for a while enjoying call for pizza whilst I clean up my nation. So cleaning up Aragon for now seems like a pretty winner situation. As long as he breaks up with Austria, gives me money and gives me Calabria, it's all pretty good. Overextension, Snoverextension, says Electronox, and that is completely correct. Give me that. Still, I need these guys to do their work inside my country. And I want Salerno back for myself. Let's take this first, and let's keep Savoy attached to me. I'm a bit worried that if Tuscany runs into my... yeah, there we go. If Tuscany runs into my Protestant zealots, he's going to crush them, so I want to crush those Tuscan units as well. I want Savoy's foot troops on the front lines here too, but I don't want to overwhelm him with my cavalry either. So this is what I'll do. I'll bring you folks in, and we'll make a hell of an attack stack here. I don't mind Calabria being taken so much, but take Salerno. Ooh, the real Klimpy is righteous as well. What a leader. You know what else would be righteous? Getting this bloomin' siege done. Let's get it under blockade as well. So war exhaustion's getting exhausting. No, that is not Salerno! Alright, well at least Siena's down. Let's go and crush the Tuscans, and then hope that we don't run into our friends, the Protestant zealots. They got work to do. Alright, if these guys want to corner themselves, that's all the better for me. I'm not paying for my navy, right? Good. Let's keep them docked over in Nice so they don't cost me sailors either. France is relatively happy with me, but it's all relative. Maybe I should leave a certain detachment to deal with Salerno, because I want it back so that it gets converted by these guys. And I mean, that's a whole 11 development of difference we're talking about. And we are talking about it. Wait, the buggers. They're on their way over to Messina. Those are mountains. But they're not so quick that I can't catch them. No, there's one of them that I can catch. That's not quite the same as pretty much anything else. Oh, please come back here. Please come back here. Ah, damn. Okay, well, if that means we have to retake Messina... Wait, we don't. In fact... This isn't fortified at all. Alright, it was a worthy sacrifice for you. You took that. I can't dismiss you because there are rebels about to arrive and kick your ass. But it's a... Or is it? 25th, 22nd? Yeah, nothing's getting you out of there in time. But watch my manpower. 42, 129. 42, 629. We got 50% back because it was a stack wipe. They're in mountains, which kind of is not what I'm after here. I don't want to fight them in mountains. I don't want to give Tuscany any extra advantage in this fight. And Messina has plenty of supply limit. So what I can also do is... I forget if they're going to de-siege this land for me or not, but I will de-siege the land for me. Uh-oh, here comes Castile. That could be a problem. Well, no, once they have converted Calabria, we're all good. So I need to invite them over to Calabria. Castile will likely de-siege this land for me, and we're all good. Uh-oh, what are they up to? Come on, guys, go over to Calabria. Don't be a coward. If they go over here, that's a problem. I want them down here. Where are they gonna go? No, Castile, go back! I don't want you here. I want you pretty much anywhere else. Alright, this I'd rather went to Savoy. I'm not a Oh wait, Savoy does not want it? You told me this was of vital importance. But now we're at the peace table, you're like, nah, it's okay. Dang, this war was for you, man, not for me. That is some spicy stuff. But I think it's worth it to absolutely cripple our good friends, Tuscany. And of course to switch religion. Watch him still be upset. I didn't bring him in for land, so he has no reason to be upset. Doesn't mean he won't, it just means he has no reason. But what I really need are these lands desieged so I can get my cores done. I don't want to sit on massive overextension for longer than necessary. And if Castile kills my rebels for me after they do Calabria, then all the better. But I need them over in Calabria first. Come on, I can't convert that on my own. I know it's only 6 development. Maybe if I'm coring it, it will aggravate them further into taking it. Well, at least my coring on Abruzzi is going a bit faster. I'm not willing to peace out before I attack Papal States, though. Sure, it'll draw me into a war with Genoa and Mantua, but I should be able to handle both of those guys and the Papal States. Shouldn't be a problem. Come on, Protestant zealots. Look at all these delicious Catholics you could burn. Stress on the second syllable, says McCain. How am I meant to know what you mean when you say that? I say lots of things and you want me to stress on one in particular and I don't know which. That's difficult, man. Calabria. Why? Why do people do this? What's there to gain? Alright, let's keep it going. With that, I wonder if we have a majority. Now, we surely don't have a majority with that alone. But when we take this, I'm quite certain that we will. Who wants to play the counting game? 6 and 6 is 12 and 6 is 18, 28, 33, 43, 48, 58, 64, 74, 75, 105, 106, 119, 149, 156, 100 and plenty. Alright, we get Siena and Firenze and potentially Pisa and we are done. Oh god, we're done alright. This is all the more reason I need to fight the Papal States, Genoa and Mantua, because they are prime coalition fuel against me. But we can handle it, right? This is what we were born to do. Oh yeah, I should kill these Protestant zealots. And I should kill them using Savoy's foot troops. We have free maneuver, so we won't face a river crossing penalty. Yeah, I need this coring done anyway. Is the campaign going to be in a constant state of coalition like the Granada campaign? I don't think it'll be a... Oh, damn. If I knew that our good friends Castile were getting involved, I would have pulled out. And you know what? I will pull out, and I'll leave them to fight it. No point in me taking extra damage if I don't have to. I kind of shattered their morale, actually. Okay, we still win. We knew we'd win. How could we have not won? Now, it's probably going to be a bit devastated around here, what with all the sieges and stuff, but that's why we have the Napoli fort, which I am, of course, about to take back. With San Pagan. And we'll leave it to Castile to finish off the last of the troops. Take an improved relation advisor guy. Yeah, we can have you back, I suppose. Goodbye, money. Maybe I shouldn't pay for my army at this rate. There's no overwhelming need for it. I suppose the Neapolitan separatists are worth considering. But we'll worry about that when they hit a more likely revolt. Where does Prome start in the beginning of the game? We just need to press the home button to see that. Here they are. PRoman starts with the province of PRoman. I didn't rename it, it's called PRoman. They're overshadowed by the existence of Tangu. Oh, this is great. Level 2 stability guy, although I think I'd rather have Taxman right now. I'm kind of hemorrhaging money. That should change when I don't have all this expensive state maintenance to pay for. I'll have a lot of coring to do by the end of this though, but the admin power is not great either. Ho-hum, and yeah, those rebels do want to rise up. Well, goodbye money, what's the point in having it if you don't spend it? We'll have you hang out in... yeah, Salerno. The attrition's not very nice though. But there are a lot of Neapolitan separatists who want to rise up. The good thing is though, when they do rise up, I'll have a massive loss of unrest in all of these provinces. Let's bring you over to Napoli then, there's tons of supply limit there. We'll get all this land back, and yeah, my allies should fight these rebels for me as well. It's a pretty good setup, and hopefully we get these cores done pretty fast. Capitania, well, Castile, help us out. Help out a buddy. Or do I have to do all the work myself? Looks like I have to do all the work myself. Come on, attach to me so we can take care of these scunners. Well, they lived well. Bare minimum brought us a long way. But it's time for Saint Ipagan to take to the throne. Finally, a male broken the matriarchy of PRoman. Not sure I approve of that. At least they have full legitimacy, which is not something we can claim for, well, we can claim very often at all. I'm going to march in with very few of my own troops. And Castile is going to do much of the fighting for me here, so thanks Castile. They're a real champion, you know. Hope I'm not exhausting Castile too much. Well, I also don't care that much. But I do want my cores done here before I jump into another war. I also want more stability, so let's take that. Overextension is burning this, but let's pay for it anyway, and we'll reduce war exhaustion. Alright, that looks pretty awesome as land goes for ourselves. However, I still need to take this big bite. And it's gonna bite alright. Again, Savoy really does not want that province. There's no big difference between going full ham on these provinces or not. Is what I would say, but actually taking Siena is the difference between France joining the coalition and France not joining the coalition. They do know of my existence now. It might be wise to be prudent and not poke the big blue blob. Especially since I'm confident that these two provinces on their own will let me take what I need. But on the other hand, why not just do it? And that is a very difficult thing to argue against. Why not? Especially since I know I'm going to be declaring war in the Papal State before I finish this war. I just want my cores done here first. And hopefully I don't get called for pizza too badly. Call for peace should start hitting me in September of next year. And my cores should be done, well, the bulk of them, by March next year. So we're good to take the lion's share out of Tuscany. The reason I'm doing this is very similar to the kind of... Actually, no, it's nothing at all to do with what I did in Granada. The point is, there are a lot of people that hate me. If I keep fighting all these people, then they won't have time to stop and think about how much they hate me, because they'll be too busy being at war with me. I also want to keep Great Britain sweet, so let's improve relations with them. Let's stop spying on this guy that's about to die as well. What is PRoman without Gaulish invasions? Greed is good in peace deals, right? Venice is going to attack Hungary, so that's going to keep Venice busy. Excellent. How fortuitous. When I attack Papal State, that's going to involve Genoa and Mantua, so that leaves Milan as about the only Italian that's left to get angry against me. Outside of that, it's Hungary, Austria, and France. I've already peaced Aragon, and I will be attacking Aragon as soon as the truce is up. It's, if you're going to be aggressive, keep being aggressive. Otherwise people will see a sign of weakness and jump on you for it. And I would hate to be... I don't have Protestant zealots anywhere right now. Neapolitan separatists want to rise up in Napoli. For some reason that one did not get the recent revolt modifier, but I can change them into Protestant zealots because it's at 0%. There we go. And they're climbing already. When I make this peace deal, Protestant will be the majority religion, and I should be able to switch over. I would probably also be in a position to move my capital, but let's finish up our war with the Papal States first. Then I move my capital, and then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, GB actually did kind of win against France. They didn't secure the Union, but they certainly secured Normandy and Gascony. Not to mention whatever you call this, Picardy, of course. And they made their way into Ile-de-France. What the hell was that? Sounds like something dropped in the stairwell outside and dropped on every stair along the way. Sucks to be whoever that was. So we're at 29 overextension. This will give me 77, so I need another core done. This truce juggling is too real for me, says Bro Rips. You get a feel for it. It's not as hard as it might even seem, and I don't even know if it seems hard. Let's get our units together here. Let's consider the manpower situation. I would still like more of it. But Mongnai gives me mill, so does Lana. I quite like that, so let's keep it like that. We'll get our units into position in Roma, because there's a disgusting amount of force limit over there. I don't need my allies to take care of my rebels anymore. I just need these cores done. Entering war with Papal States means entering war with Genoa and Mantua. Question, do they have cores? Yeah, they have a core on Pisa. That's going to delay my coring of Pisa. But what I want off of the Papal State is, well, let's be honest, pretty much everything. But specifically Umbria, because it is Protestant. I'm not sure if I want to deal with the ramifications of being Protestant owning this reformed land. I don't have the ability to convert it unless I turn to rebels, and I don't want to keep turning to rebels. This is a pretty sweet peace deal for me, but could I make it even sweeter? Your guarantee of the Papal States is meaningless. Your alliance with Aragon? I don't want that because I'll be striking Aragon before I come back for you, and it could actually shorten my truce time since I'll have a big 15-year with you. So I'll do that to you, but first I need to declare my war with Papal State. There's very little stopping me from doing it right now. I forget, can I give in to your things whilst at war? Not the Papal ones, the Protestants. Now, I don't need to be at peace to give in to you, apparently, which is interesting. Nice. Revoking the guarantee means they won't join you. Yeah, but revoking their alliance with Aragon keeps them out of my hair for my follow-up Aragon war. And besides, they're not going to join anyway, because I'm going to declare war on the Papal States before I peace out with Tuscany, despite the aforementioned problems with Pisa. My units all look pretty good. In fact, I could be here, so I immediately jump on and slaughter the Papal States. But I could jump on and slaughter any of these suckers. And I'm thinking Genoa might be the preferable option for that. Because I want Genoa out of this war the fastest. And if I just sink everything on Genoa's capital, we're good to go. Mantua is going to be a pain with all those forts, but I should be able to slither my way around here. I jump on you, then this is far too small an army for me to really worry about. Yeah, let's just get Genoa out of the question. Did you get some printing press between slaughtering the Italians? I like that you appreciate that there's definitely a slaughtering of Italians going on here, but the printing press is growing like wildfire in my country. Roma, for example, look at that speed, 0.74 per month, and it started with a boost of it, so it shouldn't be hard to get. I may be mistaken, but can't you keep your tributaries after you flip religion? If so, is there something to be said about it getting a ton of tributaries outside of Europe before switch? I'm pretty sure I lose them. Could be wrong about that, but I'm quite sure I lose them. Which means before I switch, I should punch them for every ducat they have. If I'm wrong, then I'm pretty wrong, but oh well. Is this really all my army? Just 27k? I better not get too complacent against these other Italians. They gave me a lot of grief earlier. But as long as I stomp on Genoa first, it should be fine. Jake's printing press uses Italian blood instead of ink. I like that idea. Okay, should be in plenty enough of a position to deal with this. We have... we don't have this stated up. I'd like it stated up, but can't do that just yet. This is already stated. And we are in position to crush the Genoese. So we declare war. This is my taking of Umbria. Again, I could threaten war for it, but we're at war, and last time they didn't want to say yes. I doubt they would say yes now. I'm not going to make co-belligerence here, because it would drag in. Well, I could co-belligerate Genoa, but I have no particular reason to do so. I'm not going to take his land. Although... no, I don't think I'll take his land. Certainly not co-belligerating Mantua. Holy moly, that would be a big bad idea. And I have no friends to join in, although if they want to join in, they're welcome. So I'm taking Umbria. Boom. Genoa gets involved, as we expected. I'm right on their border to take them over, but I don't have a very good general for this. I wonder if anybody could perhaps lend me a credible general. No, but I've done a lot of fighting, so I might be able to roll a decent one of my own. It's been a while since we turned to our general naming list, so who are we going to believe in? I think Mardi Mole really let us down before, but I know who won't. In a matriarchy like PRoman, I think single mother has what it takes. And boy, do they 3-3-4-1. Don't mind if I do. And I'm going to leave behind a single regiment here, who's going to take the 2 siege, not from Sane, because Sane is now in charge, but I'm going to have you worm your way over to Genoa the long way around. There we go, that should take care of it quite nicely. I should slaughter the Genoese army, take Albenga, and do a siege on Genoa. The number of ships I have to deal with, well... I like to think that that navy that I'm definitely paying for is more than enough to take on those losers there. But maybe I should let them get back up to full strength before I proceed with that. Nice. Now let's also make our peace deal here. So let's consider the coalition targets here. Tuscany, long truce with. Papal State, at war with. Venice, Genoa, at war with, about to get a big truce with. Aragon, truced. Hungary, yeah. Austria, yeah. Milan, also, yeah. So that's Austria, Milan, Hungary, and Venice. 4 nations. Whoop-de-doo. France is also involved, so there's five nations I care about. Gelra, I didn't even consider Gelra, did I? I should really be tarting them up. You know, a bit more, actually. Still, though, I want to make this peace, and I want to flip. So, let's just make it happen. Let's worry about the consequences in the future. Lovely. Overextension calculated to a T. I can't core Pisa, of course, because I'm at war with the owner of a core there. That's Genoa, of course, but Genoa's busy getting slaughtered in their own hills. What else is up? Well, I should have a majority to switch to Protestantism right now. There we go. Protestant becomes a new state religion of PRoman. Lose prestige. Let's fight these battles first, because that loss of prestige will significantly tank my fighting abilities. So I won't flip just yet. Oh my, especially when I can do that to the Genoese. That is pretty sweet. Our navy is under attack. Whoops, they got booted out of port because I was no longer a war ally with my good friend Savoy. Which makes me think my navy is in deep doo-doo here, especially since I have no general. However, I won that engagement. They're terrified of me. That's fine, that lets my blockade pull through. I'm a bit worried if they bring in any reinforcements. For example, we have these 2 Genoese coming at me. I might be able to just instantly tank them. That's a nice insta-tank. Let's try to get this done and kick Genoa out of the war. My diplomats are all incredibly busy. And would you look at that, we've managed to keep Gelra just above the threshold for joining a coalition against us, so that's good. Sadly, I have to settle for the crappy dev of Pisa instead of rich Lothian, says Cisve. It is a bit tragic. Look at that, 15 development.